Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. We make book content on this channel and I hope that you guys would stay along for the journey. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a massive book haul. And when I say massive, I literally mean massive. Massive. I decided to go to Barnes & Noble, not once, but twice. Then I went to Costco, and then I found myself at Target. So obviously I had to get me some books, and I did finally decide. If you guys saw my TikTok, if you are not following me on TikTok, go follow me on TikTok. I did decide that this would be the round that I would get into the darker romances. So I picked up a few darker romances. I picked up a few like fantasy romance ones. I also picked up just romance, and then I picked up like one self-help book because it's been the talk of the town. And I said, I think it was time for me to get a little bit of self-help in there. Without further ado, let's just get straight into these books. For the very first Barnes & Noble little trip that I went on, I just bought 4 books. I bought one romance, one fantasy, and then 2 dark romances. The romance book that I got is none other than Wildfire by Hannah Grace. I heard that this is technically the like sequel or interconnected series to Icebreaker, and I actually listened to that book on audiobook and I actually super duper enjoyed it. And so I was like, honestly, I'm down to jump into like more of that universe and see what's up, you know? And I feel like sometimes you like read a standalone romance book and you're like, that was literally not enough. And that's why romance authors have decided to create the interconnected series. And I love it so much because you get just a little bit more than what you got in one romance. And it's like, and it fulfills that satisfaction. You know what I mean? The second book in the Barnes & Noble trip that I got, I decided to finally cave and get Quicksilver. Quicksilver has been a fantasy read among a lot of people recently. I feel like it's been blowing up on my TikTok quite frequently. I did not know that this thing was this big. Let me talk about it, because what the heck? For a first book, like, that shit better be juicy. That's what I'm saying, because that's a lot in there. And this is like the first in, I don't know how long she's going to make it, but a long series, which I'm down for. Don't get me wrong, because I love me a good long book, because I'm in there like swimwear, but still, I'm like, what the heck? Excited, but also like apprehensive, you know what I mean? Because like, it takes me a while to get through books because like I've been saying, I'm a busy girl. And so when I see big books, I'm like, oh my God. The next 2 books that I got on this round was both dark romances. The first one that I got is Hunting Adeline, and I feel like I have heard so many things about this. It's been on my TikTok For You page for literally years that I was like, I think it's time for me to finally cave and just buy it, because I see it every single time I go to Target, Barnes & Noble, like all of it. So I'm like, okay, I'm hearing you and I'm seeing you and I'm going to get you this time. So I got her this time and I'm excited and I'm ready to get into it. And I'm afraid that like once I'm in, I'm not going to go out. You know what I mean? Because I love my romance novels. I really do. But also, like I've been saying, we like this smut on this channel. So if you get what I'm putting down, yeah, if you get what I'm putting down. And then the last book that I got in my first Barnes & Noble trip is Lights Out. And this one has definitely recently been on my TikTok For You page again and again and again and again. Like, let's be honest, that's where I get all my recommendations. So that is why I did pick up Lights Out, and I've heard from a lot of people that this is a good introduction to dark romance. So I think for the first dark romance book that I read, I'm going to be reading Lights Out. And then, which you guys saw last week in my 24-hour read, my best friend and I went and picked up a couple more books at Barnes & Noble when I was visiting her. And Barnes & Noble was literally so nice, and they were doing a buy one, get one 50% off. So obviously I bought 4. Because they knew I was coming. I did decide indeed to pick up more dark romance, picked up a little cutie romance. Then the next 2 I bought are like a dark fantasy romance, which I'm like really down for. So the very first one, we'll just do like normal romance, is Collide by Bal Habara. I really hope I pronounced that right. I most likely did not pronounce that right, because like I've been saying again and again and again, words are hard. But I got this. This would be my second hockey romance novel. And let's be real, when I read the first one, it wasn't enough for me. Like, I needed another hockey romance. I really did. And then the second book that I got in that little haul is I got Phantasma, which is another dark romance. Surprisingly, my esthetician was telling me about this the last time I went and got a facial, and she said that she just started it and she was like kind of enjoying it, and I was like asking her for my dark romance Rex, and she was like, yeah, I would suggest it. I think it'd be a good one. So I was like, sure, I'll pick it up. And so therefore we got Phantasm. And then the next one that I got is going to be Kingdom of the Wicked. This is again another dark romance, like fantasy romance. I love that there's pink sprayed edges so hard. Surprisingly, I think that this is like one of my first sprayed edges. I'm like looking at my books on the wall, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember if Oh, actually, no, I'm wrong. Onyx Storm was my first sprayed edge because I got the like first special edition. So this would be like my second sprayed edge, but still, like they're beautiful, and I'm so happy that I got one. And the last one I got is Gothicana. I think I said that right. If I didn't, darn. This one is again another dark romance, a little fantasy. At Barnes and Noble, I had those three in my hand for a while, and I was like searching and searching and searching on all the tables that said like buy one get one 50, and like nothing was standing out to me. And then I walked over to this one table that I've literally looked at 4 freaking times, and then this one stuck out to me. I read the back and I said, yeah, I'm hooked. Literally hooked. It kind of gives me like, oh crap, what was that TV show? It's like she finds out she's a fairy, so she winks. I think that's what it's called. But that's like kind of the vibe that it gets. Like she gets accepted into a college. She starts finding out there's like a bunch of mystery. I said, yeah, I'm down. That sounds amazing. It also kind of sounds like Fallen, which I don't know if you guys have ever read Fallen, but I literally love that series. And then the next thing that I got, which is something that we got at Costco, me and my bestie, is the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins book. We were going to buy this at Barnes & Noble, but it was like the full like $30 price. And she was like, I saw them at Costco for $16. And I said, yeah, we're going to go get it at Costco. So we went and got them at Costco. I don't know what it is about this theory, but the moment that I had heard about the Let Them Theory, I really, really was like, you know what? You're right. My whole entire life has changed. That sounds so freaking cliche because it really has completely changed my whole entire life upside down. It's like something will happen in my life and I'm upset about it, but then I just let it happen, or I let it be, or I let them be, or like whatever the situation is. And it like takes all of the like angst and heaviness that I have like within myself, and it's just gone, like poof. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe that just happened. And so I've listened to like all the podcasts, and I think at this point I just needed to like finally read the book because I think it was just time. So I had to pick this one up. And then the very last book in this series is one that I have been anticipating buying for such a long time, but I have been in Throne of Glass for what seems like forever now, like I've been saying. And for 2, every single time I had gone to Barnes & Noble, I could find 2, 3, and 4, but I could never find the first one. And I was like, oh, God literally hates me. Love that for me. And then my boyfriend and I, we went to Target and we did a little shopping, and look what I found. The Bridge Kingdom. I saw, who did I see? I cannot remember off the top of my head right now. I'm going to insert her name somewhere on the screen so you guys can see, but she read this for one of her 24-hour books in her 24-hour read, and she had like explained it, and I was like, yeah, I need to pick it up yesterday. I've been waiting to pick it up ever since. So the fact that I got it now, I am so excited. Literally, I am so excited. I'm ready to eat this shit up. That's for damn sure. I love it so much, and I'm so excited, and I can't wait to read it. Let's just hope that I get there sooner than a year. Well, everybody, that is the massive book haul that I have for you today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this book haul. If you guys have read some of these books, leave a little comment down below, a little bit about what you guys liked about them, maybe what you didn't like about them. Let's start a conversation. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, I really do hope that you guys read books, get lost in them, because that is literally the best part in the whole entire world about reading books. And until I see you in my next video, I hope you guys have an amazing week, an amazing day, an amazing night, morning, whenever you're watching this. All right, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.